What is going down, everyone? It's time for Mojobreak.com, the hype episode 326. We got a special deal for you guys. Super Bowl week is here. I know you guys are going to be enjoying the game, getting some good eats, having some beverages of whatever type you guys want. But we want you guys to save money on Mojobreakshop.com. Get $20 off of any order over $100. So that's, get a box, $100, get the box for $80. Use code SUPER20. Also, if you're more into breaks, we have an epic one going down this Friday. Spots are already moving. Full case of 2017 contenders. Full case of 2022 contenders. 2017 contenders, $30,000 case. So shot at Patrick Mahomes. Probably won't even find a case out there in the wild anymore. So what we're doing to make it fair is we're going to do a re-random after every 2 boxes. So every box of we do 1 box of contenders, 17, and 1 box of 22 contenders, and then we re-random. So you have 12 chances at getting the Chiefs. We also have an awesome skunk prize that if you get the least amount of autos in the entire break, which there'll be 120 autos, you'll get a Brock Purdy Contenders Optic. It's like a $1,500 card, so that covers your buy-in and then some. We also have more skunk prizes, early bird buy-ins. If you buy in early, there's still a few spots to get. You get a chance at a free spot in the same break. Buy a spot, you can get a second spot for free if you're one of the early birds and you win the draw at the beginning. So check that out. Me and C-Rad will be live doing that on Friday. Should be fun. I mean, we've pulled Patrick Mahomes contenders back in rookie year, but we haven't pulled one in a while. So I think we're due.
Yeah, I think we haven't pulled one in a while, and we haven't done it in a while. And the thing I kept saying about to people on the stream, too, is that he wasn't one of the more sought after rookies that year. So like
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, when you
Trubisky.
When you open up any product of any year, they usually have more of the guys that are not as sought after, and then less of the guys that are like number 1 picks.
Yep.
Top quarterbacks that were taken. So you will see less Deshaun Watson, you will see less Mitchell Trubisky, but Patrick Mahomes being a guy that people weren't even chasing, I feel like you almost have a better chance of pulling him.
And if you buy a box, you don't know if you're buying a box if somebody already hit a Patrick Mahomes from that case. This way, we're doing it as a full case, sealed case, which is in hand. And you also got to keep in mind, 2017, it has the soon-to-be Super Bowl MVP Christian McCaffrey in there as well. You've got Cooper Kupp, the Triple Crown winner,
Former Super Bowl MVP. Cooper Kupp,
former Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah. So don't. He's got something that Christian McCaffrey doesn't have.
Not yet.
For now.
Also, George Kittle is in there as well. And
they both can't win it. They both can't win Super Bowl MVP.
Honest question. Non-QB, best, if you had to make a bet non-QB to win Super Bowl MVP.
Jake Moody.
Non-quarterback?
I'll be thrilled if that's the case.
You said non-quarterback?
No,
non-quarterback.
Winning because he missed a game-winning field goal. He's the best player for the Chiefs.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think
don't think it works that way, but
biggest obvious one is probably like Travis Kelce, right? Non-quarterback.
Kelsey,
McCaffrey,
Kittle, Debo.
I say, I like.
Christian McCaffrey is the second, or is the third behind as far as Vegas odds right now.
I got a question.
Kelsey's 1,200, McCaffrey's plus 475.
Yeah.
Got a question for Niner fans.
Up there, yeah.
I got a question for Niner fans.
Yeah.
What would you prefer? And I know this is 2 things that suck. An absolute no doubt blowout loss, or a down to the wire missed field goal that should be made to win the game loss.
Blowout.
Blowout?
Not even close.
Yeah.
Like
not
not
even close.
like not a close game hitting the upright.
If it has, I think most fan bases would say if it came down to the final. I know,
but your team showing up and just getting absolutely blown out.
I get
sucks.
it. Like that's the thing is that from the outside perspective, you go, man, but wouldn't you want to feel like, hey, it could have gone either way? No. Absolutely not.
We've already dealt with the 2 heartbreakers.
Those are the ones that causes us sleepless nights. Those are the ones where you're like, it could have been. It could have been. Go ask any 2012. You should have just given it to Frank Gore. Go ask any Seahawks fan. Oh, you should have just given it to Marshawn Lynch. Versus go ask maybe a Broncos fan. Like, they don't really think about that blow. They've been blown out twice in the Super Bowl. They probably don't even think about that. They probably think more about the
I don't know, man.
You know the feeling. You traveled to Dallas. I mean, you paid to go to the fine city of Dallas to watch the game. And you knew at halftime. You already knew it was
okay.
I knew by the first quarter.
Yeah.
But I mean, but I don't. I would have preferred that game to be close.
I know it's a different sport, but I'll put it in baseball terms. I don't think about Game 7 of the 2002 World Series, a game where the Giants lost pretty easily. I think about Game 6 of the World Series, a game they should have had, and a game that they blew. That was a one-run game.
Now
that's the game that hurts more. It will always hurt more.
If you pose that question, I'm sitting at home. I decided I didn't want to pay $25K to go to the game. I'm sitting at home. That's a different story. If I'm at the stadium, I think I'd rather have the heartbreaker.
Sure.
Yeah, I would prefer a heartbreaker because I'd like to see my team in it with just having that emotion that it can go either way rather than being down by 35 points at half.
Yeah, bro. I'll tell you from personal experience as a teenager, watching the Raiders get blown out in the Super Bowl, that was horrible.
Yeah.
I'd rather have it been a close
I don't know.
game.
I just think though the close losses are just so much harder. They're way harder to get over.
I'm still crying about that Super Bowl.
The blowouts aren't fun, but at least there's I would say if in a big blowout, depending on the score, let's say last year. The Eagles and Niners in the championship.
What was it? It was 90 when the Niners blew out Denver. That game was over literally after at halftime.
Well,
Denver
Diego in '94 too.
So at least,
those teams could have not even came out at halftime and it was just cool, it's over.
There's at least the
It's
acceptance.
demoralizing.
It is demoralizing, sure, but there's the acceptance, and it's all right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have a few more drinks than maybe I would have, or eat a few more chicken wings than I might have. At least we can just kind of move. It's easier to move on from.
But don't you want to be engaged in the game,
Sure.
leading at the end of it?
But again,
I'm telling you right now, I don't want to blow out.
But if somebody before the game, if a genie before the game told me, look,
in a bottle,
it's gonna end with a loss, either way, which one do you want? And I just give me rip the Band-Aid.
Yeah,
off,
I think I would prefer. I think I would prefer a close game.
Yeah.
And
if my team was in it, I think I'd prefer a close game.
And on this show, guys, coming up, we have Casual Troy from DA Card World, a friend of the show. He's done our karaoke contest. We've done many shows. We brought Joe Staley on their show over at the National. So stay tuned for that later in this show. It's a fantastic interview between Cody and Mr. Troy from DA Card World. So he's got a lot to say, a lot of experience. And props to their crew for being out at the Super Bowl opening night and asking some card questions to Mahomes and Purdy. I thought that was awesome. Back into this, we also going to talk about some prop bets in the hobby. I know everybody's talking about Gatorade Bass, all that stuff. We're going to talk about prop bets in the hobby. So stay tuned for that. And maybe you guys have some questions you want to contribute on our Hype Facebook group, which time is running out to get in a free case break of Update Series Chrome, which has a chance at getting that Volpe. So just join the group and you'll find out how you can get in on that action for free. So head over there now. We'll approve you. The conversations have been great on there. I'm sure there'll be some Super Bowl talk this weekend. But, back into the Super Bowl. Niner fans have experienced two heartbreakers the last two losses we've had. We had the, whatever you call it, pass interference in the end zone to end the game with the lights going out in the Ravens. And then we had up by 10 with 10 minutes left against Patrick Mahomes. So those both were heartbreakers in my opinion. So I think if I had to choose a loss, I think it would be just rip the Band-Aid off early.
Yeah.
Up by 10 with 6 minutes left.
Was it 6 minutes?
I think it was.
Yep.
I think I just got done seeing that. They're actually, ironically, in the shop was playing a replay of that game.
Bad juju.
I was like, and I didn't put it on.
That's bad.
I walked in there and I'm like, you guys are really watching the.
I think
NFL
NFL Network's been
Yeah.
playing
Yeah,
all
they're
the
playing all of
Chiefs
them.
championships.
They're playing all the Super Bowls in general. They always do.
Mainly
NFL
the Chiefs
Network.
championships the last few years.
Sure.
They've been in a lot of them.
Look, I have those ones I've conveniently ignored on the DVR. So I will say this: just general Super Bowl coverage. You follow certain folks who cover the NFL or radio host or podcast hosts or whatever. Just the general vibe I've gotten looking at photos. The hosts and reporters look like how they should look on like Saturday before the Super Bowl, where it's like it's been a whole long week. You're tired. It's been a long
Vegas,
week.
man.
But it's like, man, Vegas is wearing down on folks.
It's Vegas.
That has got to be if you are there from Monday to Sunday, that's got to be the longest week of your life.
48 hours is perfect.
I think I've done.
Super Bowl
I think I've
is a
done
long.
I've done like 4, maybe 5 days in Vegas.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot out of you.
Add in Super Bowl, and you are not. That's like quadruple Vegas.
Well, and
this is nuts.
And especially if you're a reporter, right? You might be friends on X with a reporter from New York, and you never see them. So they're like, you're not going to go to bed, right? You're going to be like, I'm going to go. The same thing with us at the card, conferences that we've been to in Vegas is like, you've got your friends. And the conference is over. You're not going to just be like, "Oh, I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock." You're going to go out and you're going to conversate with your friends.
Unless you're like in the media scrum, the next day where you got to go out to the hotel or the practice afterwards. But yeah, I think Radio Row is in. Is it the convention center? I don't know if it's in the convention center or if it's in like one of the big, convention halls. I can't really tell by the pictures, but yeah, everything is like walking. You can just walk down from the hotel, but yeah, Vegas is starting to wear on some folks, and and no disrespect, we've all been there.
I mean, how much crazier is it than like New Orleans though? Because New Orleans kind of like will stay going, stay popping, and they. So I mean, if you've been doing it long enough and you've done New Orleans, like Vegas is pretty much.
But you usually have a hard cutoff, though. I mean, what is it, 4 a.m. in New Orleans?
I don't know, 5 a.m. So I mean, I left bars there and it was daylight.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So we got some news that happened today. It looks like the Bronny James Jr. and LeBron auto superfractor was pulled out of 324 Chrome University, pulled in a hobby box in Illinois from a card shop that was around for 41 years. So the hobby cannot say it was pulled by a breaker. I'm saying, why wasn't it pulled by a breaker? It's not fair. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this was planted to change the narrative.
Loaded boxes.
This is trash.
They all loaded boxes.
Us breakers should get all the
breakers
best
never
cards,
have a chance.
bro.
They never have a chance of getting anything good.
Like,
It always goes to the hobby
Lord.
shops.
Greedy.
What do we got to do to get boxes as good as hobby shops, dude?
Are essentially ruining the hobby.
We need an investigation.
Ruining the hobby that we love.
Ruining it. Like.
I mean, there was no camera of the card coming out of a pack, like
There's no footage.
I don't know. I'm just kidding. We're being sarcastic, but yeah, you don't get the same breaker hate. It's like I saw some weird comments. A lot of people were happy about it. There's some off-base comments about the guy who didn't seem like he knew how to do social media. I don't know if he does or not.
Which is, hey, look, I actually found that video very endearing where it was like, hey, they're a hobby shop. Yeah, you're right. That's kind of foreign to them. Be like, well, we have to put it up on social media. Everybody needs to know it happened. So, yeah, you can tell this is not a regular
Hey, do you think, let's quit real quick. Do you think like the hobby shop, because they're 41-year-old hobby shop, right? Do you think like when the customer pulled, they were like, hey man, make sure you get that up on that get it up on MySpace.
No,
Friendster.
Get it up on that Find a Pics.
Yeah. Get it up on
Find a Pics. Oh my God.
Get it up on the internets. Get it up on the World Wide Web.
Yep.
Can I put that on my GeoCities website, my homestead?
Let's log in.
Send it to my Netscape email.
Oh, I was like, let's log into Netscape.
Got to tell all my friends on AOL Instant Messenger what just happened here.
No, but good for them. That's awesome. I'm gonna get a little press out of it. Collectibles Guru tweeted it out, and but immediately I think the negative. People always find a negative, so everybody was like, and I want to ask you guys this question: sell now because Bronny James Jr. is trash. That's and I'm not saying that from my perspective. I'm saying that's what the majority of the negative comments were.
Right.
Would you guys say that sentiment? If you pulled it, you'd be trying to push it now, or
I'm selling it now. I'm selling it now because I think we're going to see more LeBron James autos at some point in the future. So I'm selling it now without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at it also from the like historic, because like down the line, right? How many? I mean, we probably will get more Bronny, like you said, more Bronny. We're for sure getting more LeBron James autos. How many LeBron and Bronny autos will we get when it's all said and done?
And then also you got to figure when they get the license and everything, we're gonna get them in their NBA jerseys,
NBA.
right? So,
Or
Which
will Bronny
feels
still
like-
be in the league for them to want to even do that?
I was like, wait a second. I'm like, what if Bronny
Never makes it.
never makes it and is not even in?
I mean, he's gonna get drafted because again, it's the
But
consolation
by
prize
the
of you're still
time,
getting LeBron.
Fanatics has the license,
Yeah, with
will
2
he
years.
will he be on an active NBA
right,
roster?
because this year he's going to get drafted. I'm sure LeBron will try to find a way to go play with him for at least 1 year, right? Because LeBron is close to retirement as well. We know he's close. He's probably close to retirement. So,
It looks good.
He'll
you
play
know,
for another 10 years.
he might,
so
I
he
mean,
plays.
he's
He
looking.
plays the 1 or 2
Whoa.
years with his son. Like and the reason his son is maybe stays on that team is because of LeBron James.
Yeah.
And then after that, who knows how good Bronny is going to be, right?
Do we really think that a team is going to pick Bronny in the first round?
Yes.
Yes.
Because there at least will be. I think you know what I think is going to happen. I think
Okay.
it's
marketing dollars.
Okay. If his name is not Bronny James,
no.
he does not get
doesn't.
drafted in
I
the
just
first
don't.
No.
I don't know enough about him as a player. I'm just gonna
Right.
be 100% transparent on. I haven't watched him play in college. Obviously I see some of the news stories that come out, some of the people that talk about it, that watch basketball and stuff. But me personally, I haven't seen how good he can or can't be. So
I don't know if he plays much.
There's not enough of a. He's playing, but
is he playing?
There's not
is
enough
he-
of a track record yet. And frankly, he's not even the biggest basketball star at USC right now. We were talking about this offer. Juju Watkins, the freshman on the women's side, is like the star of the show.
here's the other
right
thing though.
now.
Here's the
So-
other thing though. Like based on like I said, I don't watch a lot of Bronny James. I didn't watch a lot of him in high school either. But his dad. We can only take LeBron for his word, right? LeCap James. But his dad says he's NBA ready. He can play in the NBA right now. I mean,
again, that's like, that's
he's not
hey,
gonna-
that's my boy.
What is he
right
gonna
there.
say? Is he gonna be like?
well, you never heard
Yeah,
Jordan
he-
come on and say that about his sons.
Well, I think,
Like,
but I think Jordan was like.
There are two versions.
I think Jordan was like, my son's not even gonna be close to. Don't even try, kid.
No, but there is something to be said because there are two different versions of the superstar athlete becoming a dad. There is the LeBron James or the Ball family of like, all my sons are going to be legends, and then there's the Deion Sanders who are like, now you're ranked 4th out of 5. You can keep climbing up. You're my 4th favorite child. There's that guy. So there's one of the two.
But then hold on. Now, LeVar was not any type of level of basketball.
He was no, but don't get me wrong. But still, he's still
Never
like
lost.
the basketball, the athlete dad who like, I get it. It's not like
but LeBron like I would
It's a little different.
I would
I get
hope that LeBron can scout a little bit better than LeVar. I would hope.
Well, and speaking of this,
Didn't LeVar beat Jordan 1-on-1?
yeah, of course,
never lost.
Never lost.
He's never lost.
So let's before we move on this card, what do you guys think this sells for? What's it worth?
Okay, I'm gonna be conservative. I'll say like around 70.
Yeah,
70K?
75.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 50.
75K.
The LeBron alone though. Yeah, I don't know.
People are speculating
Maybe
on,
50, 60.
on social media 150K.
I would not buy it for 75K.
Here's a few things it has going for it. First of all, first LeBron auto in a St. Mary St. Vincent jersey since 2015.
Yeah.
It's been a while. First LeBron auto just in a while. But I guess you can't really say that because Upper Deck does put them in random products every now and then, every few years or something. You know what I mean?
Jams and-
Yeah. Even though there's only one in space, it's like 1 in a trillion chance. So it has some things going for it. It's a superfractor 1 of 1, so it's not like there's a bunch of copies out there.
Actually, it might be LeBron's first superfractor auto as well.
Is that right? Jeez.
Because they never had him as an auto in Chrome or Bowman.
Here's the thing: is I think a LeBron's.
Well, maybe 910 Chrome if he had or 910.
I don't think he had autos in that.
No, it wouldn't be an auto.
I think.
Oh
if-
yeah, no, yeah, he
if
would
this
have been
was-
already Upper Deck exclusive.
If this
so,
was
yeah.
just a LeBron superfractor auto in the St. Mary's, St. Vincent, I think it might actually sell more.
But I think, we
Because
got
Bronny Jr.
I think the point we made earlier, there's going to be a Laker LeBron James superfractor at some point. There's going to be a Cavs superfractor. I mean, I'm sure it's coming in the next few years,
Yeah.
which should be a prop bet. I'm sure it's probably with negative odds on that one. So, but also Fanatics has released it's going to be releasing Series 1 is next week, guys. So get your
Yes,
spots.
sir.
We're already pre-selling spots at Mojobreak.com.
Matter of
You guys
fact,
wanna-
the first 3 cases are pretty much sold out.
Wow.
So I posted 3 more for you guys.
Nice. We got that, and we got Prism basketball the same week. So it's going to be a big week in the hobby. And once again, you can pre-sell, get on there and get your teams for Prism basketball as well, and Series 1 baseball. So big week coming up in the hobby. But they're producing this Fanatics Blaster, which I believe we were offered 2 cases of. And it's a Fanatics exclusive parallels for Series 1, but they're going to have redemptions for signed baseballs. So it's something new for Series 1.
And memorabilia in general.
Yeah. So it's like a $50 blaster that's going to have, Series 1 cards as well as a chance at memorabilia, as we see with the congratulations. You got an Adley Rushman signed ball. So
Is this a blaster that you'll be able to also buy in retail stores, or?
I think it's online only.
Online
From
only,
what I've
and
seen.
select shops are going to have it. I know we'll have a few.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the regular retail blasters, you'll just be able to chase those one-on-ones.
Believe so. I mean, we'll find out, but I believe that's the case.
Chase all the 1-on-1s.
All the one-on-ones.
And then Topps released a fancy, nice video today of the Topps Chrome Mystery Redemption autograph. Turned out to be none other than Leo Messi. So
From MLS Chrome.
So and you can see his superfractor there as well. So
MLS Chrome should be going up now.
Yeah.
You would think that it's hot now.
Apparently, and again, this comes from, we use Source of Malak Collectibles Guru, but according to what they've been tracking, is that the one-of-one super redemption is still out there. And so are some other pretty low-numbered ones as well. By the way, I guess people were selling these prior to knowing what they were.
Sure.
Upwards of $300.
Sure.
Which now feels like, I'm sure those guys are going to be mad, but at the same time, come on, put 2 and 2 together here. You pulled something that said Mystery Redemption out of an MLS product that is the first to feature Lionel Messi. What did you think it was going to be?
Did he have an autograph on the regular checklist?
I wouldn't. No,
I don't think so.
I wouldn't jump to that conclusion
But he
because it
has
could be
also signed for
anybody.
Top, but he signed for top
It
stuff.
could have been anybody.
It could have been, but
Could have been LeBron.
how many? I mean, I guess. But again, putting mystery kind
But
of
they've
makes you
they've
think.
done it forever. Doug and I have been burned in the
Sure.
past.
yes, Josh
Uh,
Rutledge.
Yeah, Josh
well,
Rutledge.
okay.
Mystery Redemption, not Bryce Harper.
But we're talking about today's version of Fanatics.
Where's
stuff.
Josh Rutledge?
We're talking about today's version of Fanatics stuff.
I still think
I don't think they would do
that's-
that.
I think that's still a gamble.
It is.
It's tough to assume that what you
And you got to be. I just saw something a little on the same topic, but a little off topic. That when you list things on eBay, and I see people that have sold these before the date, and people put Leo Messi question mark.
yeah.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
there was a guy posted on, I think it was Sports Card Nonsense's forum on Facebook.
Yeah, I saw this.
That a guy listed a Prism hobby box, right? And he listed it as 2023 Prism hobby box, 2 autos, CJ Stroud. The guy opened it with his son, did not get 1 CJ Stroud card, which we know how the odds break
And he
out.
definitely didn't get 2 CJ Stroud autos.
Yeah, definitely not.
So the guy contacted eBay and said, hey, I'm going to send this back because your listing says 2 CJ Stroud autos.
does that question mark save him?
He didn't put a question mark.
There was no question.
But if he did put a
I
question
don't
mark,
know. That's what I mean. You got to be very
legally
careful.
It could. Legally, it should, because you say, "Well,
Can
I
we
didn't."
can we just stop with
it's the
the? I mean,
Obviously, he
Word
got.
spamming?
Gem 10
Yeah.
question mark.
But see what you do, and this guy, and people were actually saying, hey, you were in the wrong, and he, I think he expected people to get his back. And, because the guy's like, well, this is open now. It's worthless to me. I don't want it back. You can't return it if it's already open. But this guy, because he put CJ Stroud, this guy could have just been looking for CJ Strouds, and it came up on his search, and he was like, all right, I'm going to get at least 2 CJ Stroud cards. He didn't get 1.
yeah.
So you got to assume that when you're selling something online on eBay or whatever, that you got to assume that not everybody has the same knowledge level as you.
Yeah,
right?
That's also a lesson in sometimes like word spamming can work in your favor.
Stop
and
word
it can,
spamming.
And it can also really burn you.
Right. And eBay sided with the buyer. I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, the guy seemed like, hey, I'll send all of them back. I'll put them back in the packs. I'll send them back to you.
Yep.
Obviously, it's...
whereas if he just said it was a sealed box of Prism Hobby Football and the good dude tried to send it back, but you opened it, bro, I sent it to you sealed. Because that's all I advertise is a sealed hobby box.
Now, do you think that he got any more because he put CJ Stroud in the title?
No.
Yeah, that's the thing.